All right. And then after this, after PVT report, we will double click at PVT sample. So this is the next step. All right. Okay, so here we double click on this one. All right. By the way, you can also see this sign X, red X means that this data, which is very important, still empty. And we need to populate this composition section with data, of course. And also we need to provide the lab data, which already stored in PVT report. Okay, so double click on this PVT sample. All right, maybe you want to put information here, information, location, YouTube, and then this YouTube has also Eng-Man. All right, and then sample type, Donald sample, reference pressure, 0 psig, atmospheric pressure, reference temperature, 60 degrees Fahrenheit. And then here, for the reservoir temperature, let's populate it with our data, 185.5949 for the reservoir depth in feet, and reservoir pressure of 2,339. All right, and then we need to select the components that we will use. Okay, and here I'm going to need methane, and then press Control button, ethane, propane, isobutane, normal butane, isopentane, NC5, normal pentane, up to hexane, C6. And for the non-hydrocarbons, I need my carbon dioxide. Okay, and then the rest, leave it as it is. Main database, petroleum experts. This is the version, creation date, and so on and so forth. Okay, and then click on OK. All right, select components. In order to validate the component selection, please click Apply button in the Select Components screen. Okay, click on OK. Sorry, double click on that. Okay, up to hexane 8, and then carbon dioxide. Okay, and then apply. Okay, so after you click on apply button, you go to the next step, which is enter composition. Here, all the components have been automatically inputted here. Okay, and also for the molecular weight here. But of course, we need to populate the information here, reservoir fluid mole %. And here the composition input, you can enter total stream composition. You can also input the recombined from separator oil and gas composition. And for input S, you can input as mole or weight. And for the type, you can input it in % or fraction. All right, by the way, I need one, pseudo component here. Okay, so I will use plus this one. All right, and then we need to provide one more, or maybe we can click on apply first. This will reset all component properties to their database value. Are you sure you wish to continue? Yes. Okay. Okay, so by clicking on this num pseudo components, the number of pseudo components that you have, I use 1. It will automatically populate this column with this PS1, pseudo component 1. Okay, and I already have this information in my PVT report. So the information that I have is the molecular weight. I will populate this cell with the data later. Okay, so in %, it's 0.8, 36.22, 8.65, 7.78, and then 1.94, 4.0, 58, 2.26, and then 2.42, 3.25, and for the pseudo component, all right, it's 31.2. Okay, and this is the molecular weight. It's 220. All right, you can also, yeah, it's like this. All right, so far so good. So, we have the component names. We know the mole percent of each component, and the weight percent will be automatically computed. And then molecular weight, we know also for both for the pure components and for the pseudo components. Okay, the next one we will add experiments from PVT report onto this PVT sample. Okay, but I think we can call it a day. Okay, so we will learn one step at a time. In this video, we have learned about inputting the PVT report and then starting the PVT sample. In the next video, we are going to talk about entering the lab data. Until then, see you and thank you.